Yes.
Ooh, we get a straight at the camera shot to begin this one.
Full warp.
You know that's going to be an exciting episode when the Enterprise is coming straight at you right off the bat. Nice plan.
So, just said they ditched Counselor Troy at some starbase because we don't need her for this episode. Which would have been handy because this episode deals a lot with the frailty of Commander Riker. So, I guess they just couldn't afford Counselor Troy. They had to pay for Q's Napoleon uniform.
Yep.
Tasha Yar doing nothing.
Yep.
Just standing.
Completely incapable of expressing emotion, just like always. Speaking of Natasha Yar, if you guys out there are Denise Crosby fans, we highly suggest a film called Eliminators. Check us out on YouTube to see our reaction/commentary track of it. It's actually a surprisingly fun sci-fi movie.
So on this rescue mission, we're on the way to this rescue mission, and we run into some stock footage from the pilot episode. Even
don't you hate that? Speaking of the HD, as we were talking about in the last episode, you can see the paint where the paint globs kind of weird on their communicators.
Oh, yeah. Things they never thought would be picked up in HD. And oh goodness. Oh, yeah.
Worf is going to go punch Q.
And Tasha's like, I'm here too.
Which, how cool is Worf, man? He just jumped right over.
Full flip.
Yeah. Growing hair?
Just some guy waving a flashlight around.
You can control time space. Take them and then just put them right back where they were so they can still also do their mission.
Right.
Come on, Q. Get it together.
So
regal.
All the fringe here.
How many sequenced dresses had to die for that costume?
Well, it's even like in the first season of Next Gen, the Admiral's outfits were real weird too.
Yeah.
They had the weird cut to the jacket. And a weird ranking thing, like an even more ostentatious rank pinned to it. So yes, if you hadn't guessed by now, we are back to the first season. This is Q's second appearance on the show, and another one of those we got to fill an hour of TV episodes because we just kind of nothing happens in this episode except maybe Commander Riker grows a little bit as a person and learns a little bit about himself.
Yeah,
and also the crew learns a little bit about Commander Riker.
And then the spider convinces the farmer that the pig is too special to kill, and the fox and the hound dog remain friends even though their lives are changing.
Riker.
I'm gonna get a shirt now that has Charlotte in the corner of his the doorway to his quarters. It just says some Riker.
Well, speaking of pigs, that's one of the enemies that Q manifests to test the crew. The first half of this episode is Riker and some crew members are stuck on a planet for Q's enjoyment, and Q materializes himself as like Napoleon, like a French marshal on a tent out in the battlefield. But all the Napoleonic soldiers or whatever are carrying these muskets, wearing these 19th century French uniforms. They're pigmen.
Yep.
For some reason. I don't know why.
Because pigmen are fun. No, but one of the reasons you were willing to do this episode, or that you chose it, is not only because we're kind of doing a cheesy episode night recording these, but also, Q is fun, and I have talked about Q so much. He is I just love Q so much.
He's great. And even they shoehorned him into Voyager, and his episodes are pretty good on that show too.
Yeah.
The Civil War episode, that's a good one. The Q and the Gray, that's also one of the best titles. I think. I credit where credit is due. That's a good Voyager episode. And Q, John Delancey is will always, I don't know what he wants to be remembered for, but I'll always remember him as Q.
Yeah.
And a great character he made out of it.
Yes, that is. I think 90% of Q is just how much of a character you said he built it, because you could have put another actor in this place who just didn't commit to the Q character 100%. That's one of the reasons Q is so great, is you're just so happy to see him.
Well, he's based on the an original series villain called Trelane, who shows up as like a Q, like a grown adult, omnipotent being, but is revealed to be actually a child.
Yes.
His parents come to discipline him later.
Yes.
Which in this episode, Q is not referred to as a child, but the Continuum does discipline him for messing with the Enterprise this time.
Yeah.
And he doesn't come back until somehow he gets away with that, because the next time you see him, he flings them into the Borg sector next year. So nothing came of that punishment, I guess, in this episode.
Well, and just to finish it off for the Q commentary, I just have to say, this is a reference I think everyone will understand. Q is Star Trek pizza. When you get okay Q, it's still pretty good Q.
Yeah.
But when you get great Q, it's some really good Q.
I would say, even though as much as I love Deep Space Nine, Q's one appearance on Deep Space Nine is kind of, it's like, didn't need to be here. But it was fun.
See, yeah, you can't. There's no episode of Q like
Benjamin Sisko punches out Q, and he says Picard wouldn't have hit me. And the most meta thing ever on Star Trek, Sisko says, "I'm not Picard."
Wow, this looks a lot like where Yar gets covered in a goo monster later.
I think Yar's going to die on this planet, and also Wesley Crusher happens. Something happens to Wesley Crusher on this planet.
There's 2 moons. I think we're on Tamriel.
Oh. Well, there's 2 moons you can see. There could be another moon on the other side of the planet.
Oh. Is it going to be like pitch black? Are all the planets going to line up and there's going to be a year of darkness?
Speaking of Tasha Yar dying, wouldn't it be cool if she's got pulled into the darkness by a monster?
I won't die for you.
Like she did. I mean, yeah, we'll do Skin of Evil eventually and we'll talk about it. Oh, this is great. He's just... it's like, hello? Anybody?
So for anyone who's married, knows exactly what this feels like, because you walk into the house and like you're carrying something like groceries and you're like, "Hun, can I have help with the groceries?
Yeah.
Hun," and no one shows up.
And he walks into the door. Oh no, that's supposed to work. So he's left to wonder: is he still on the bridge of the Enterprise, or is he in some Q time warp bubble here?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, this is fun. We're just chewing up TV time here.
Yep. Let's just keep going. There we go.
More pages of the script.
Now, you have to think the set dresser who made the tower rock in the background of this soundstage must be really proud of himself. He's like,
he called his mom and said, "My rock's going to be on an episode tonight.
And it's going to stand out. No matter what shot they show, you can see my rock." Nice tent, though.
Yeah.
Why is it, though? Why is it a medieval tent with...
19th, this is Napoleon, so 19th century.
Yeah, but still, that's like a 17th century kind of...
Yeah. Kind of.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, Q always appears to humans as human authority figures.
Yes.
In Encounter at Farpoint, he shows up. First of all, his haircut in the first few episodes is very, well, not now, but in the first episode is very short and cropped and combed forward like a Caesar.
Yes.
Like, from a Roman emperor. And he shows up as various military people from Earth's past. Here, it's Napoleonic, and I don't know why he's sipping lemonade. Lemonade is something probably Robert E. Lee would have sipped on the battlefield, not Napoleon. Don't know.
Well, and the reason he has lemonade is because it was significant to Riker. It's
true.
It's another one of those. Yeah, he's trying to draw Riker in.
And so Data materializes some motor oil here.
It's pee. Why'd you give me pee?
That's right.
Oh, no, that's good blood wine. What are you doing?
He's pouring one out for the homies.
No, you don't pour out blood wine, man.
Also, a theme throughout Star Trek is that they kind of went with whatever costumes they had on hand. So maybe these are some background costumes in a movie like Amadeus that was filmed in the 80s.
Yeah,
but if you notice on the back table there is an embroidered letter Q on the tablecloth, which I never noticed before, because thanks to HD, you can notice
read
things
the
like
Q.
that. So maybe they did make that custom.
Yeah. You have to admit, he gives great cue. I want that Sharaff that he has the lemonade in, though. That is like...
Oh, yeah.
That's really cool.
Maybe a decanter, it would be called.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I don't know.
This is not used for brewing, so that makes sense. I also like how, again, because this is HD, when Riker's standing next to the candle, it's very clearly an LED or like a small light bulb. It's not flickering.
So here we go. Data gives us all the stats here. And we're just like, okay, what are we doing here? The viewer is like, are we going to rescue those people, or are we just going to watch this for an hour?
Maybe. What we should watch, though, is his medallion is a sheep tied up by the belly.
Yeah.
What's with that?
I wonder what that signifies in 19th century France.
A test of embroidery skills.
Something to kill time for a bit.
Man, to play Monopoly against Q. Can you imagine how he's going to talk to you? I have gained boardwalk.
What? Community chest? I had no idea.
That's not something that Klingons really do. Have you heard Klingon opera?
Oh. Tasha did something.
Woo! Episode just got better.
2 minutes for hooking.
Ooh, whiffer.
Oh, no. Stakes.
Only Data knows about Tasha giving up her box, right?
Apparently, Data got demoted because he's got a lieutenant junior. He's missing his pips.
Well, you know.
have 2 full pips and 1 black one. He's got one of each there, like a lieutenant junior.
Okay, but
I had to point that out.
Q has to focus on a lot of things. Okay, he can't teleport everything. You know, he's gonna miss some stuff. You know, just no one ever talks about the time people ended up with no pinky or, you know.
Yeah. Picard's going crazy here because his ready room won't open. He can't get to his replicator and have some tea.
Is this when he realizes that he has that tiny little bag of, crystalline drug just hidden in his little center console there?
Captain's log is like a tape recorder that lost power there. Oh, hey.
How the...
This is so unimaginative. She just has to stand there. We're on a set we already have.
I made a boo-boo, Captain. I made a boo-boo. The other kids made me go home, and I can't play. Now, for the Denise Crosby haircut evolution, Eliminators, she has a regular haircut. And then in Star Trek, which is after that, she has this haircut. And then everything she's ever in after that, she has this haircut.
Pretty much.
It's like it got stuck. Like it just wouldn't grow out again.
Well, it probably takes a while to grow back out.
Yeah.
Because, in Arizona Heat, she's definitely... It's combed differently, but it's still kind of the same length.
Yeah. I have to admit, though, she rocks it. She looks good with this haircut.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you are the head of security. Crying is definitely what you should do. This is why they gave it to Worf, not because she died.
So this totally breaks Q's narrative because there are definitely 2 people in this penalty box.
Right.
If Picard's able to interact with her and comfort her in a male superior kind of way, I don't get the whole penalty box analogy.
Quit talking about her box. Shwoomp. See,
and nothing happens.
Well, no, I think the reason that she's there with the captain in the penalty box is I think Q Q still not understanding how the command system on a starship works, as well as like as subordinate to commander respect and things like that. He thinks sticking someone with their captain alone in a room is a penalty in some right. I think that's what the writers intended, is that Q doesn't get it. Q thinks to put someone with the captain one-on-one where they can't go anywhere means that they're going to be penalized. They're not going to enjoy their time there. By the way, the greatest thing a Q can offer, all his pogs. All of them. Not the slammers, though, just the pogs.
Yeah. So he's talking about they're making a bet. Will Riker choose to be a Q, or will he choose to remain mortal?
Mm.
And Picard's just kind of sick of this shit.
Well, he's really mad because he sees that he can't have that uniform. And we got Epic Geordi there.
Also, maybe they went with the French uniforms because originally it was going to be Picard. And Q wanted to do something from Picard's history. Picard's French, so something he could identify with. And then maybe they switched it to Riker. I don't know.
Yeah. What?
Oh, yeah, we got Worf is on some reconnaissance here. He's going to go monitor these troops, which are pigmen for no reason.
Who are in an actual camp. I mean,
yeah.
I know Q's trying to set something up so they can have a little game, but... I would really enjoy just if they did like a pod people thing when all the pig men saw him, they all went.
Yeah. Oh no! Get your feet off of Picard's desk. My goodness,
you're getting continuum all over my papers. I don't know. I'm bored.
Well, we've got another half an hour of this episode, so we're just going to waste time here talking about stuff.
I do like how, as they developed Q, they did kind of explain that the only reason he chose to kind of screw with humanity is he's just bored. But he's not really evil. He's not really maniacal. He's just kind of bored. He's the only Q in the continuum who is bored of the continuum.
True, but he does in this episode explain their interest in humanity because they're like, no, there's no other race that has your curiosity and your dedicate, your drive to explore and to find things and to learn things, and you could be as powerful as us in the millennia or something like that, or faster. You could get to be as powerful as us faster than we got to be this powerful, or some kind of analogy. And
quicker evolution, which kind really, of a thing.
Well, that holds true through the end of the series as Q. Again, testing humanity. Can Picard think beyond his space and time to solve this problem? Apparently, that is supposed to be exemplary of all of humanity's potential. Sorry, I was distracted by we have Shakespearean actor Patrick Stewart butchering Hamlet here.
Yeah. So that epic test that Q gives, Picard to think past space-time, is that, if I'm remembering correctly, that's the test where eventually Picard figures out he just has to unplug the modem and then plug it back in?
Essentially, that's what he does.
And Riker has to just Captain Morgan it because, there's a rock there that's able to bring him up past knee height.
What spandex is for, flexibility.
Well, yeah, because he's Q. Ouch.
Well, that works. Oh, that's right. Worf is just bouncing around like the Max looking for things to kill here.
Well, I also like how Riker called that little thing he had a hand phaser, and then all other phasers are hand weapons.
Yeah. Well, he's got the Type 1, and then Worf has the Type 2, which they also nicknamed the Dust Buster because it was a little unwieldy, a little big and bulky.
Dirt devil-y.
Yeah.
And what about the rifles? I forgot why you'd even need like a phaser rifle. Is it just it just takes it to 11?
Oh my god!
The only other person to look good in Data makeup,
right? Oh, jeez.
I think it's whoa, cartoony there.
Nyuk, nyuk.
That didn't look like a stunt guy. Ouch! Ouch!
They just disintegrate. How convenient.
Somewhere way on the other side of the planet, there's some guy named Kirk fighting a Gorn.
Oh. And for some reason, he needed to appear as Data in order to explain that.
I don't think it was like I don't think it was a need to kind of thing. He's just that's Q, you know, that's his personality. He likes the element of surprise. He likes the showmanship. You know,
You will have to decide. You will have to decide.
I think Q is the P.T. Barnum of the universe.
Oh.
Meanwhile, on the ship, Troy's chest goes.
Yeah. No, there's no. We ditched her at a starbase. There's no Troy. Couldn't afford her for this episode. And she's just sitting there.
I found out how to get my ready room up, and we never explained that. Oh, hi. Sorry, my mistake. Drunk again. Fun. The little dipper's backwards, and I can't figure it out. How do I fix that? Yes, because he's Q.
Right. So where's everyone else? Oh.
He knows it's Riker doing it because that was way warmer than when Q does it. He's like, oh, it's hot. Also, I have to say, if Q made a bet that someone would, or if Q made a bet that I would remain mortal instead of being a Q, or I'd be a Q instead of remaining mortal, I'm sorry, Q would win that bet.
Yeah.
Like, you're immortal and you have the power of the Q? Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably go for it.
Sorry, that was me.
Oh. Animal-like things.
I'm out of breath, even though I haven't got anywhere. He's freaking Q. Why are you questioning it? Do you think there's any other Qs that would just like to do minor pranks on humanity? Like you go home and all of a sudden your room's full of bananas or something, you know, just things that don't really matter. They're just, that was great. And
You've got to practice on that before you start moving stars out of alignment. Oh.
He just remembered the one about the Bajorn and the Klingon. It's just, you know, he had to be there. I don't know. I've had some pretty complex dreams. Okay, now they talked about how Q always likes to appear as, someone of rank, right? Why now is he the same rank as Riker?
Well, he's got the captains. He's got 4 on there.
Does he have 4?
Yeah.
I only count 3.
He always shows up. And, well, I understand why he's in... Oh, is there 3? Or is one just folded over?
Oh, maybe.
But
I know he had 4 in the other shot.
He should be in his blinged out fake Admiral's uniform that he had earlier in the show. I don't think he shows up in that again.
Oh, he does have 4. Yeah, it was just folded.
He usually shows up in it. No, it's 3.
Yeah, why is he equal rank?
Yeah, so many costume changes for Q in this one. He's got to be Data. He's got to be Napoleon. He's got to be a 3-headed snake.
Isn't that biblical? Isn't there like a 3-headed snake or something? Like an angel that had 3 snake heads or a demon or something in the Bible?
The Hydra in Greek lore.
Yeah, there is the Hydra.
And also Cerberus, the 3-headed dog.
Yeah.
Cerberus or Cerberus, something like that.
Not guards the river Hades, if I remember correctly.
There's also the
river Styx or whatever.
What's the Charybdis? I think is a multi-headed monster. I don't know. Also, I'm surprised you have not shoehorned King Ghidra into this discussion yet.
Well, he's not a god. He's just a really angry golden monster.
He's a 3-headed thing.
That's true. That's true.
Reptilian in nature.
Yeah. And then, there's always Mecha Ghidra, although if you think about it, because of the cybernetics, Mecha Ghidra has 2 heads and 1 vestigial appendage. But, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's, it's whatever.
2
Godzilla lore.
heads are better than 1. Oh, close up on the butt chin there.
Hey, he has a great butt chin. That's too much butt chin, though. Too much.
That's what I mean, is Riker's butt chin. Okay. Close up there.
I'm talking about his.
Oh, no. John Delancey's is perfect.
I was
it's
just
a gentle cleft.
It's just...
But Riker's almost got the Ventura.
The Ventura. It took it a second, but it's sunk in.
So basically, like, Q's explanation here is basically the same reason why the Borg wanted Picard. We need your human quality.
Yeah.
In order to better understand you.
You know what's funny right now, though? He has the power of a Q at the moment, right? So why doesn't he use the power of the Q to make Q not a Q, and then use the power of the Q to make himself not a Q and fix everything?
And it's like, oh crap, we're back here.
Yeah.
Now he's got Picard and Wesley. Yeah. LaForge has 0 fucks to give about all of this.
LaForge was like, I was in 10 forward. Like, I was there.
Yeah, school. School.
I have 2 arms.
I have the 2 deadliest weapons in the galaxy, Tasha. My hands.
I don't need a gun because my fists are named Smith and Wesson.
Thanks, Dirty Harry.
Oh, getting original series vibes.
And it's like, even the audience at this point is with the crew. Like, can we get this over with and look at a rescue mission? Like, wouldn't that be cool? Let's do a rescue mission. Oh, hey, good job, Worf.
Straight up Klingon, just coming in.
Oh. Stabbed him in the dick.
Don't worry, he's Klingon. They just stabbed him in his 5th kidney.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Wesley gets Nausicaaed in this episode.
QNet.
Look what you did.
Maybe. And the next thing I'll do with flair.
Oh, I hate this. Look at his pose.
Yeah, smug.
So, like, oh, he's all of a sudden he's Gary Mitchell. You get the reference to the original show. And he's like, yeah, he's got that smug, like, I'm a Q now. Even though he was just denouncing Q, saying, I don't even like you. I want to get out of this situation. But then he's like, oh, I zapped us out of the situation. Now I'm Super Riker. He's got that Superman pose.
Would you say that he's a new Q, one of the few, and we don't quite know yet what he can do?
That's a thought on which you can chew.
Thus ends the Dr. Seuss portion of Snark Trek.
Well, a production note there is the original model was a Constitution class because the Constellation was originally going to be a or the Stargazer was originally going to be a Constitution class ship in the battle. But they decided, let's just make a whole new ship, whole new class of ship. And good for them.
Do you think there's any Starfleet vessels flying around out there that had like the B team of engineers designing it, so it's just like none of the controls make sense, and it always steers to the right a little bit.
I would say that whatever the ship is on the animated show they just did, the lower decks.
Oh, geez, don't even mention that.
That ship looks disgusting. I don't know how it works.
I refuse to watch that. I saw that 15-second little thing that plays automatically online, and it actually made me viscerally upset.
Yeah.
Like I got red face.
This is not Star Trek.
Yeah. Because you just comedy in Star Trek doesn't work. You can have comedic situations in an episode, but Star Trek comedy doesn't work.
Finally, we're at the rescue mission part of the episode. And they built this wonderful set which looks like something collapsed and is like sunken into the ground here.
But Riker has Q powers, and then he didn't use his Q powers to open the door. He still had Data open the door.
Yep.
By the way, there is
3 people.
You guys,
there's some more.
You guys might want to get out of that water. It is very irradiated.
Uh-oh. You see something, Jordy? Huh? Oh, boy? You see something? Oh, boy? Huh?
Timmy stuck in the well?
Jordy, do you smell something in the rocks?
By the way, that's a Lassie joke. We know a lot of people might not remember Lassie, but
Lassie was a girl, so I would,
yeah. Oh,
Jordy
and she's
is
a girl
male.
too.
And it's a dead kid
Who doesn't know how to pose.
Wait, I'm not done. I'm not done being sick.
Go. She's like, ow, ow.
You haven't dermally regenerated me yet, Doctor. Oh yeah, she is dead. That sucks.
We're in the future. Use some, use a defibrillator or something.
This is where Riker screams and then reverses the rotation of the planet to turn back time. Sorry, wrong universe. Yeah, he made a deal with Picard that he wouldn't, for this rescue mission, we're going to sort this Q shit out later. You're just regular Riker on this rescue mission. So that's probably why he had Data open the door for him.
So instead of Rector darn near killed her, it was Riker straight up killed her.
Well, they're kind of like, hey, if maybe if we hadn't been delayed, we would have gotten here on time to save this kid. And also probably 500 other people.
If I had Q powers, I would use it to do custom painting on those tiny Warhammer figurines that people pay like $200 for each. But I would do them instantly, So I'd take like 200 orders in a day and go, and then make a ton of money.
Yeah.
What would you do if you had Q powers? We should probably talk about that since that's the theme of this episode. What is your top 3 you'd do if you had Q powers?
I always thought about like another episode along this theme is when they find the teenage Q. She doesn't know she's a Q. Q shows up to tell her she's a Q. Takes her on a tour, and they're like standing on the outside of the ship while it's at warp. I always thought that was pretty cool. I'd probably explore the solar system a little bit. But see, this is where like Riker's only temptation is things and like want. There's no there's no Wesley Crusher type, let's go explore the galaxy together type offer from Q.
Yeah.
It's always like he's tempting him on the most base level, like, and then Riker, this whole rest of this episode is cringy because Riker's just like, I'm going to prove to you that I am worthy of these powers by granting you your 3 wishes or what, your genie wishes. And I'm an anti-anthem. I'm a bridge officer. It's just, I don't know, it's so weird. Also, HD, you can see the tracks in the floor where those little science station chairs move back.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought that was unnecessary. They don't need to be on tracks.
If I had Q powers, I would make sure all my friends and family were healthy and had all the money they would ever need. And then I would summon Cthulhu. Those are the only 2 things.
You want to be a sugar daddy, huh?
Honestly, right now, if someone told me right now I could provide not even like billions of dollars, but if I could provide someone comfortable income for the rest of their life and I could choose, any people that I wanted, but I had to like lose an arm, I'd probably still take the deal. I'd have to think about it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Points to his pants.
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit of chest hair.
He's also calling him Jean-Luc and not Captain, so we're just going to throw authority out the window here. Tasha has nothing to say because she's useless.
It really is.
Oh, there she is.
It really is unfortunate that she decided to step out of this series after the first season.
I feel like they could have, if she had given it a chance, they would have found more roles for her, or they would have, just like they took the huge risk of just by making Geordi chief engineer all of a sudden.
Yeah.
They could have made her something else or given her a different role.
Well, especially because she's regularly on the bridge. They would have said, okay, the people we have on the bridge need to be super interesting. That's why they developed Worf. They developed Data. They would have developed Yar.
Instead of killing her, they could have put her. You remember in Die Hard where Officer Powell talks about how he shot a kid accidentally because he had a squirt gun that looked real, and he's been on desk duty ever since. Put Tasha in a situation where she's like badass security guard, but she does something that, or witnesses something that is so unnerving. She doesn't want to do security anymore. She's like, Worf, you got to be security. I don't want to leave Starfleet, but maybe I could just be the navigator, or she could have been the chief engineer. Like I said in another episode where she just wants to work with things and not people. Or
Well, either that or she's the off ship security officer. When they actually go on like away missions, like she doesn't want to be make it to where she doesn't want to be on the ship. So when there's away missions, like she's normally with the away mission.
Maybe, yeah.
Farpoint. Farpoint is a great PlayStation VR game, by the way.
So he's got the largest rosary ever. I don't think those
aren't rosary beads.
I'm pretty sure that's an in-joke from the prop masters of the show. Like, we're going to put some anal beads on a cross and have Q the monk hold them.
Yeah. How many potato bags went into this suit?
Right.
4.
This is a gunny sack he's wearing.
What? Is he confused? What's going on? What was with all the different places he looked? What? Huh? Where?
And he's like, oh, it's Christmas time. I'm going to give presents.
God, man, he's just so great. I just love Q so much.
Yeah. If Commander Riker wants to learn the hard way, I say make it so.
He's like, he can read their minds, so he's like, I'm gonna give you what you all dream of. He
literally just that.
Well, yeah, but like he does it and Wesley turns into a girl.
That was a Robot Chicken joke from way back where the boys all turn into things they like action figures and G.I. Joe, and the one boy turns into a girl. And it's like, oh, probably true for some, but we don't need to make fun of that.
No, I say more power to you.
See, Wesley's got to have time to figure out who he is. Don't just make him 10 years older and, he's going to do it. And all of a sudden, he looks nothing like Will Wheaton.
I turned you into a Ken doll.
We found some male model from the Sears catalog. Oh, Geordi.
Hey,
Geordi's got
buddy.
Yeah.
Let's, I want to be a real boy. Ooh. That was a burn right there. Fake smile.
Well, and it's like, you don't understand Data's quest. He still wants to be his android body with his giant brain and his positronic brain, his capacity for his, the fast hands and all that, and his super strength. He just wants to laugh, have all of that, and also laugh and cry and be worried.
Well, and not so much that either.
And know what that means to have a friend, that you lose a friend,
Yeah, but I also think that a lot of it is Data, Data wants to be human, but he wants the journey of becoming human. Because if he was just all of a sudden human, then the journey wasn't worth it. Becoming human had no value.
Just like everything in life, if you just automatically attain something, you take it for granted, or it's the journey and the work that's important.
It's the Christmas present paradox, right? You get you get presents at Christmas, and no, it's true. Like most kids, with like specifically the toys they get at Christmas, they don't care about as much because they just got them.
Right. But the thing that you have your after school job for, and you work and you pay it off.
Yeah. You
cherish the heck out of that.
Yeah. Like I remember. I mean, heck.
So we're missing the part where Geordi gets his first sight in his life, and the only woman he gets to look. It's a total Pirates of Penzance moment where the only woman he gets to look at is Tasha Yar. Again, we punted Counselor Troy off the ship before this episode, so he's only got Tasha. Not even redheaded skirt-wearing extra that walks in circles around the bridge is there for him to look at. I'm just saying.
Although, quite honestly, if this were accurate to Geordi's character and Riker made it to where he could see, Geordi would be like, all right, done.
Well, see, I don't get, because like in Insurrection, he gets his eyes back because of that planet effect. And he's like, how could I ever look at another sunset knowing what it costs these people who live in this planet? But here it's like, you can just have free new eyes, Geordi. Like, there's no you can just do it. And of course, that gets rid of all the plots that are coming up on the next 6 seasons of the show that have to do with Geordi's visor. This is kind of weird.
I don't know. I apologize, but I think I have something for this Klingon chick. She likes Yar too.
They took the things that they wear on their backs, the spinal shield, put them on her arms.
Mm. Did you see that butt shake when she landed, by the way?
Yeah.
Not bad.
This poor stunt woman is like, okay, you just want me to growl? I don't have any lines at all? Okay.
Oh.
And what do you want me to wear on my hips? You want me to wear... Looks like a fishing net. Oh.
I want a Midwestern gal.
Well, he's an East End boy. He needs a West End girl. Nice shot there, though.
Yeah.
They found the right shaped lady for this part. I'll take her. Excuse me, I'll take her. But you notice how he doesn't get to Yar. I bet you Yar would probably want something really cool.
Yeah, can I go back in time and not be victim of the rape squads?
Could you give me a cure for my constant depression and loneliness?
Can you give me the gift of foresight?
Can you get me to take a vacation during Skin of Evil? So Riker, he tries with Wesley, LaForge, Data, and Worf, strikes out on all 4 of them.
But like we're saying, if she would have got to Yar, she would have had a win.
I love the physical demonstration. I'm taking off your hood, Q.
Oh, this rosary smells weird.
And this is weird where the first reveal that Q is not totally in control of himself, that there is other Q out there, and he gets zapped back.
Yep.
Look at that. And back to tiny Wesley.
Wesley's like, ow, my puberty.
And then they get zapped back to their original spots for some reason.
It's like a video game that
They're
glitches
like on the
out.
other side of the bridge. Wait, what just happened?
Why do I feel hollow and depressed and hungry and tired? And
why is everyone looking at me weird sideways? Uh-oh. Oh, cool. So everything's back to... Wait, is that kid still dead?
Oh, she's so dead. She's very dead.
Oh. But that kid is still dead?
Yeah, the kid's still dead. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we folded space and time, and everything's back to normal, and we can do... Q could have... Everything that Q caused is erased, but that kid is still dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
The moral of the story being, the kid is still dead.
I'm feeling like Adrian Brody in the Darjeeling Limited. It's like, mine didn't survive. Anyway, we're off to our next adventure.
Yes.
Episodic TV is so much fun.
It really, really is. And hey, if you like episodes of things, be sure to jump onto YouTube and check us out, or on our channel. You should already be on YouTube, but check us out for more commentary tracks for both Snark Trek and commentary tracks for movies, as well as hit us up on Facebook, as well as check out our podcast on Google, iTunes, Anchor, or Spotify. It is Nobody Asked for This, just another podcast about movies.